In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to edit expense in QuickBooks Online. By the end, you'll know exactly where to go, how to open the expense you want, what fields you can safely adjust, and how to save your changes with confidence. Start by signing in to QuickBooks Online and opening your company file. Once you're in, look toward the top navigation. From there, head to Expenses and Pay Bills. This section is your hub for vendor transactions, out-of-pocket costs, and bills you've paid, so it's the right place to make changes to an existing expense. Next, locate the expense you need to edit. You can scan the list or use the search and filter options to narrow it down by vendor name, date range, amount, or transaction type. Taking a moment to filter saves time and helps you avoid opening the wrong transaction. When you see the correct expense, click its name to highlight the row. On the right-hand side of that row, look for the Action column. This is where QuickBooks groups the tools you'll use to work with individual transactions. Click View/Edit to open the expense in full detail. With the expense open, you can start editing. Review the payee, the payment account, and the payment date to make sure they're accurate. If the expense was categorized to the wrong account, adjust the category so it hits the correct expense account on your profit and loss. If the cost needs to be split across multiple accounts, add additional lines and enter the amounts accordingly. Update the description and memo to clearly explain what the expense covers. If your company uses classes or locations, make sure those fields are filled in consistently. If the expense involves sales tax, confirm the correct tax rate is applied. You can also attach a receipt if needed, which helps with audit trails and internal reviews. Before you finish, double-check the total amount, the vendor, and the payment account. If the expense has already been reconciled or it affects a closed period, consider noting the reason for your edit in the memo and, if necessary, coordinating with your accountant to avoid creating discrepancies. Once everything looks good, select Save and Close. QuickBooks will apply your changes and return you to the expenses list. If you don't see your update right away, refresh the page or clear any filters you set earlier. That's it. You navigated to Expenses and Pay Bills, opened the expense from the Action column with View/Edit, made your changes, reviewed the details, and saved. Following these steps keeps your books accurate and your documentation clear.